Hey everybody, this is Lance here with Sticky Figures Bee Farm, and today I'm going to go over how I like to install package bees. So this that I've got right here today, generally a package that you would get to start out with is just one box, 3 pounds of bees, one queen. Well, what I decided to go ahead and do, because I would like to see, this is my first time doing this, I don't know if this is going to work, but what I've done is I went ahead and bought a super package, and what that is you have one box, 3 pounds, that has the queen with it, 2 other boxes that just have 3 pounds of bees in it. So you end up with 9 pounds of bees and 1 queen, and the running theory is that more worker bees at the start, you should be able to pull a honey harvest off this hive this year, whereas a traditional package, you wouldn't. So let's get started. Let's see how, hopefully, my goal is to harvest honey the first week of July, so we'll see how this works. So let's get into this, and I'll show you how I like to do it. Now, generally what I would do is take a second one of these deep boxes, set it on top. After I've got another box of medium to go on top of this one that's full of honey from a hive that I had leave over the winter. So I'm going to go ahead and give these bees those resources, because package bees are dry bees, whereas if you go out and catch a wild swarm, they've gorged out on honey, they're ready to build wax, they're ready to go. These bees are not. You have to feed package bees. There's no way around it. So what I'm gonna do, because sugar water's not as good as honey. I mean, sugar water will suffice, but I mean, honey's better. So I'm gonna give them those honey stores that I had left over. Most of these frames are already drawn out, so they don't have as much work to do. So hopefully this works how I want it to. Now I'm going to show you again, like I said, the way that I like to do this. A lot of people will take and they'll pop this wooden cover off, get the queen out, spray the worker bees down with some sugar water, and shake them in. I don't like to do that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but after these bees have already been shaken into these boxes, they've been through the mail system the last few days, they're already sort of, they've been through it over these few days. So what I like to do is just open the boxes, there's a feed can inside these boxes as well, take the feed can out, get the queen out, rubber band her to one of these frames, set the box inside of here. Now, since these frames, one, they already have drone comb on them, so they'll migrate quickly. Also, when you take that queen, she's in a little queen cage, you rubber band her to one of these frames, set it over, a couple of frames distance away from them, they'll migrate to that queen, because they have to release her, so that's what they're trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I do this and quit with my rambling. Okay. So this is what a package of bees looks like. Both of these sides over here are screened. Let's set this over here so I can have a little bit better spot to work this on. Okay. One thing that's very important, do not cut this yellow strap loose. This thing up here, I hope you can see that. That's what's holding this queen up. If you break this strap loose before, it's stapled to the top of the box. If you break that strap loose, when you pull this can out, that queen's going to fall into the bottom. And you're going to have you a good set of needle noses and some help from the good Lord above to get her out of this box. So don't cut the strap. Let it be. Get the top off, get the can out, get the queen out. Then we're going to slide this little wooden piece back over, and then you can break the strap off. Okay? I'm gonna do is pull this little yellow tab that's stapled here that has the queen on it. So I hope this sort of picks up. On one end, you have a wood cork. Excuse me, on both ends, you're gonna have a wood cork on this thing. On one side, there's a sugar plug. The side generally that it's gonna be the opposite side from what the yellow little string is. And you can hopefully see it right there. There's candy is what that is. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop out the cork on the side that has the candy in it. That way, the other bees, they'll eat that candy and they'll release the queen. Okay? And one thing that I sort of forgot to do was to pull one of these frames out beforehand, and that way that I could rubber band her on here real quick. That's all right. We'll just get this one right here on the end. And be sure that you don't, when you're putting this, be sure that whenever you're rubber banding this down to your frame, be sure that this open side is up, because you don't want, I mean, they've got to be able to feed her. It'll take them a few days before they're actually able to let her go. And they've got to be able to feed her. She's got to be able to breathe, all that sort of stuff. So be sure that this wire mesh side is up. Take my knife here and just pop this cork out. Okay, then I'm just going to set her down here sort of at the end. Alright, now what I'm going to do is take this box, set it down here in the hive. And then they will start migrating out of that little wooden box onto the frames. Now I've got another box that has honey and honey, draw comb, all that sort of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that over here and set it on top of this one because I'm gonna set these next two boxes on top of that. So I'll be right back. Now this is normally where I'd like to set a second deep. That way that these boxes set in here better and that they will, I can put the top on, everything will be closed up. I don't have a second deep, I forgot to get one, so I'm going to put these boxes in upside down and then put the top on top of that. Hopefully it closes enough. We've got some rain coming this evening. It won't take them very long to sort of migrate out of here. So hopefully I can give them about an hour. I can come back and take the boxes out. All the bees will be gone, or excuse me, they'll be down in the hive on the combs, that sort of stuff. And we can get all this done before the rain comes in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, take these other two boxes, open them up real quick, and see if we can't get this knocked out. Alright, and that's basically it. I am going to go, I've got a farm supply store not far from here. They sell some hive equipment. I am going to go ahead and go buy another deep, come back, put it on just because I don't know if they're going to migrate in time before the rain comes. So, excuse me, I'll leave in time before the rain comes, and they won't survive if they get wet. So, hopefully, I can get here, get that other box put on uh, before the rain comes. So, I'm gonna go try and do that real quick, guys. I thank you for watching. Um, if you're new at beekeeping, I hope this has helped you out some. This is just the way that I do it. I mean, not to say that it's right or that it's wrong. I just like it better this way. The way that I was sort of taught to do, as far as shaking them in, tried that once, shook them in. They said just to leave the package sort of on the ground in front of the hive. The rest of the bees would migrate up there. Came back the next morning. It had got pretty cold that night, and all the bees that hadn't already left and went up into the hive, they were dead still in the box. So lost part of that package. I got most of them in there when I shook them, but I didn't get all of them. So I prefer this way. I think it's less stressful on the bees, and I don't have to worry about some of them dying on the ground if they decide not to leave the box. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope to have more videos coming soon. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. It helps get other beekeepers who are out looking for stuff. From what I understand about the way YouTube works, it helps to get it out. The more subscribers you have, the more likes the video has, the more likely somebody who's looking for this kind of stuff is to find it. So thank you, guys, and y'all have a good day, and may the good Lord bless you. Y'all take care.